Hello, we have face cams now. Suck my
Yeah,
balls. Actually, don't. I'm
woo!
not.
Face cams.
That's a horrible
Gang
start. Especially if
sheete.
there's children. That is an
Gang
awful.
sheet.
That is an awful start.
You
But
know,
whatever.
if children are
Okay. Hello.
watching this, they probably listen to Eminem or something. Like they've got it. They watch South Park, dude. Like 10 years old and watching South Park.
Did you watch South Park ever? We should probably do an
Yeah,
intro,
we
huh?
probably should. I very much agree with that.
Okay. Anyway. Hello, my name is Justin, and this is.
Question. Hello.
And welcome to the But Did I Ask podcast, where it makes me want to commit suicide every week.
Welcome to the But Did I like how you said that with zero enthusiasm. Just like, welcome to the.
You want me to be fucking cringy about it? Listen here. All right.
Ask podcast.
Nope. All right. Nope. I'm doing it cringy now. Welcome to the What Did I Ask podcast. My name is Justin.
Christian.
We are fucking annoying.
I hate everything so much. Okay. Anyways, Justin enjoyed it last time. Also, I want you guys to realize that fucking Pink Yoshi is our god now, and we worship him to the highest extent. Anyways, okay, moving on. I have a pink Yoshi on top of my computer.
And I have a zero fucks to give.
I'll just kill myself over here. But no, what was I going to say? We are talking about sports today. Like, what's the best sport? You know, talking about players and who are the GOATs and like that type of stuff. All the encompassing.
All right, well, let's start off with what sports do you play, Christian?
What I played, I don't currently play because I haven't played on a team in a long time. But I did play soccer and a little bit of basketball, but primarily soccer and track. So I did like the 100-meter sprint and
you did soccer or like basketball for like one grade,
I did basketball for like one grade. I think it was my
God, you had to have
I think it was my freshman year. I think it was my freshman year. Just because I was like trying to figure out what I enjoyed.
No way you weren't worthless.
No, I just didn't enjoy it. I mean, like I was probably useless too, to be quite frank, but I didn't get good at basketball until like my senior year because then I'd play basketball every single day with my homies. But
stop, you don't have friends.
You've got a point. But no, soccer was definitely like my number one sport, and then I needed a second sport for the Air Force Academy, and so I was like, you know what? I hate basketball, or not. I hate baseball. I hate football. Playing it at least.
Why do you hate football? Hold up. I thought you played football.
I love watching football.
Too much contact or what?
No, I don't like the people that play the sport, especially in high school. Like outside of high school, the people are probably wonderful, but I think it's just the whole mentality behind the type of people that are football players and things like that while you're in high school. It's awful. I mean, not you. You are like actually.
Was it just like your class?
I think it had to have been my senior class because they kind of drove me nuts. Like with just like there are I'm not gonna call out their names because I mean one of them literally got into Bayou, so I'm not even gonna. Like he's a phenomenal football player, but was it Bayou? He got into some team. Hold on, I gotta look him up now. But while I'm talking about this and looking this up, yeah, I just didn't like. I think it was just my school. I think it's because they were so cocky because our high school team was the best team in the entire Northern California, like out of high schools practically. So just because our team was like practically number one the whole time. I don't know if it was like just our county or if it was like most of Northern California, but one of our players on our team had the best stats out of like almost any player in existence in California practically. He was nuts. Granted, like he literally got accepted to let me see, hold on, I gotta see. Yeah, no, he got accepted to Bayou. He plays for Bayou.
Where is that located now?
Bayou. Hold on, I gotta see. Bayou. Fucking phone, could you please? Utah. They have an entire like it's like a Christian. It's at Brigham Young University, is a private research university sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. and located in Provo, Utah. But it's like a huge college basketball team or football team. Oh, I mean, they also have a basketball team. That's why I got confused because I was looking at their like what they have. But yeah, he's nuts. He's absolutely insane. One of
like in the membrane.
Oh, bro, I just like look up his. I wonder if I could find his stats. Hold up, on Google, Bailey. I'm not gonna say his last name just because I don't want. Let's see. I'm gonna look at his stats. So in just his senior year varsity season, right? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Shoot.
Oh my god. How do I read these stats? I don't know how to read these stats.
Christian learns how to read.
Oh, he had 29 touchdowns. Or 30 touchdowns, and 29 of them were running.
Yeah.
He had 2,054 running yards in one season.
Is that supposed to be like good or something? I'm just kidding.
He's miles higher than the national average in running yards for a high school student. What is playing in the background? No.
We believe
Stop.
in the power of
Stop.
helping
And my
hands.
camera just like died. Stop.
Covering
Same.
There was like
No.
audio playing in the background. I got so confused there. And my camera like
Christian fucking
my camera like
dies.
overexposed for a second there. Okay, we're good. Everything's okay. We're good. I wasn't paying attention, but
Hello and welcome to Christian fucking
Christian
dies.
fucking die. There's just gonna be random audio playing in the background of that portion now. But yeah, he's an insane player. Anyways, yeah. How did we trail off into talking about him? Oh yeah, I hated
just
football
gay.
players at my school. He was kind of chill.
Was he?
Nah,
Was
he
he
was
one
chill.
that you hated?
He still had an ego, like crazy bad ego, but granted, it was
you gotta have an ego,
merited
though.
because he was insane. So like nobody could even touch him in comparison to talent. So
I'd hope nobody would touch it.
But the worst person was our fucking QB. His first name starts with a D. It's
Wait, so he was a nuts ass running backs, right? Yeah, we
he's
also have
5'11",
one.
and I mean he's probably a little bit taller now, but during his senior year he was 5'11" and 200 pounds.
Well, I should say we had one because now he's gone. Well, he's not gone from school yet, but like
I
team.
see.
I'm surprised he didn't get a scholarship.
Oh,
Honestly,
the kid?
I mean, he was pretty
Yeah.
nuts. Yeah, like and linebacker, like because we have to play two ways because our team's small. Like players have to play two
Yeah.
ways these days.
That's an L. Our kid got like a full ride scholarship to Bayou. I think a couple kids did from our school because our QB was also equally insane. He was just an absolute like A1 douchebag, but that's okay.
A1
Yeah.
douchebag.
But otherwise, like it wasn't too bad. Like in high school, I think just people are the worst. Like actually, if you hate high school, anybody that's watching this, I don't fucking blame you because it's horrible. And this is coming from a person that wasn't even like unpopular. I just didn't like people. So people would say hi, like any of the popular people would say hey to me like anytime I walked by. But I also didn't ever hang out with them because I don't like popular kids.
You do like little
okay,
kids,
hold up
though.
a second. Hear that? Chill. I actually I hung out with all the fucking the pot smokers and stuff like all through high school. All the like what you would consider low life.
Are you trying to tell us
No,
something?
because I've never smoked it in my entire life. I don't intend on it. But
He's trying to tell us something. Just kidding. Anyway.
But no, it was just like it wasn't. It was just better, like hanging out with the fucking. They were more down to earth, and I mean, granted, it's because they were smoking 24/7, so they were just high off their asses. But
I mean, That happens when you're high.
True. But no. I mean, how's your high school experience? You're not even out of it, so.
There's ups and downs. Some people I'm not gonna miss. Some people I'm
Well.
gonna miss. That's my opinion on it. Anyway, and it's very inconsistent. I don't know. It's weird because like one day a guy will be your best friend, another day he's just on his period. It's weird,
Fair enough.
but I don't know. I just try to be positive all the time whenever I can. And we are like our school is a very like dick around school. Well, senior class, like they just do not give a shit, and it's funny as hell. I mean, you got kids in my class. I mean, I feel like our class is more, no offense, seniors, but like we try hard in like class and stuff. Like we don't try hard, but like we try to get A's. You know, like some seniors just don't give a shit if they get a D in PE. Even like crazy.
I mean, I also didn't give a shit equally my senior year, although I still got A's and B's.
Yeah, I don't know how that fucking works. I mean, I don't blame them.
I want you to know,
like for not giving a shit, because at this point, I kind of getting to that point too. But
fair. I mean, you're almost into your senior year. Isn't that weird that you have one more year of high school and then you're done? You're out. You'll never experience high school again. Which,
thank fuck.
I mean, yeah,
so annoying.
Yep. One of the worst things ever. Real life is nothing like high school. Nothing.
They don't teach you nothing.
I agree. I mean, Ryan, like living here with Ryan has taught me more than anything I learned in high school that's actually applicable to my life. Genuinely. It's crazy.
See, but your life is point. I'm just kidding.
I mean, true, but no, what was I gonna say? I'm not even kidding. I looked at my what was it? What's it called? Your record for like showing up to school and shit. My attendance. Yeah, I looked up my attendance and
it's horse
I
water.
missed 45% of my days at school in my senior year. I almost missed half of all my days at school that year.
See, but that's insane to me though, because like some people do that in like my grade, fucking straight A's. I don't know how.
I mean, that's how it was
like,
for me.
It
worked better for me because I didn't learn anything while I was there. Everything that I learned from school, I learned outside of being in class. And when I was there, I was sleeping through all my classes. Like, actually, I was never awake during like any of my classes.
No, like this kid also never got yelled at for
me.
Anything.
I got yelled at one time.
Yeah,
but that's when I told the art teacher to go fuck herself. And then she was like, "Oh, go to the fucking principal." And I was like, "Well, the principal's gonna side with me, so I can just go tell your boss that you're wrong." And she was not. She was not happy. She was not happy that I referred to our principal as her boss.
Wasn't it the superintendent?
Well, technically, but no. I mean, it was the principal, and I was. It's because if anybody doesn't know, I'm hypoglycemic, so I'm skinny as fuck, and like. Gotta eat 24/7, but I was supposed to be able to eat in her class because I came out of weight training right before her class. So I got out of weight training and then I would go directly into her class, and so I needed to be able to eat after weight training, and I would always bring my own food from home, like a meal, to eat after her class before lunch. Because I would die. Like, I would just pass out, Jesus, I'd go unconscious, whatever. But every single day I'd eat in her class, and every single day she'd get pissed because she was like, "You're distracting the whole class." And then it was like the final week of school, I think. Or like I think we had like a week left or like 2 weeks left of school, right? And I was just ready to graduate. I was ready to be out. Didn't want to be there ever again. I'm sitting there eating, and we're literally taking our finals, and then she walks up to the front of the class, stops everybody from what they're doing, right? Taking our finals, and tells me to put my food away because I'm distracting the class. And at that point, I was just fucking done. And so I looked her in the eyes, and I was like, "You are literally distracting the entire class by doing what you're fucking doing right now." Nobody was paying attention to me. Nobody cares about whether or not I'm eating. They all care about passing this class so they can get the fuck out of here. And I was like, you are distracting the entire class by walking up to the front, making a scene, telling me I can't eat, and literally stopping everybody from what they're doing. And she was like, what did you just say to me? And I was like, you have a fucking problem with power. I was like, you were literally just sitting there telling me that I can't eat just so that makes you feel better about yourself because you don't have a good job. And I was like, I'm sitting here trying to eat. I am hypoglycemic. I just came out of fucking PE or like weight training. And I was like, you cannot stop, like legally, you cannot stop me from eating in your class. And she was like, well, if you were going to say that, she was like, yo, don't you fucking me this and all that stuff. And then she was like, just go up to the principal. And I was like, okay, I'll just go tell your boss that you're wrong and he'll probably agree with me. And then I literally grabbed my food. I left my backpack. I grabbed my food. I was like, I'll just eat it while I'm walking up there. I ate it on the way there, got the principal and was like, hey, I probably went about it the wrong way, but I just like cussed out this teacher because she's not letting me eat in her class and stuff. And I was like, I literally have hypoglycemia and I need to be able to eat. I was like, I have a doctor's note for it. And I was like, can you please tell her that we have like 2 weeks left of school and to just let me eat in her class and chill? And he was like, okay, so next time don't cuss out the teacher. But he was like, I'll go tell her. And I was like, thank you. I was like, at least you have a fucking brain. She like, oh man. That was my least favorite teacher all through high school. Least favorite teacher, hands down. My senior year, she can take my right nut and lick it. Like, actually.
Yeah, I can't comment on who's my worst teacher yet.
I'm not going to say her name.
Our
You don't
least
have to say
favorite,
their name. Do they watch? Oh, they probably watch
but
these.
they'll know
Yeah,
who
they
I'm
probably
talking
watch these.
I don't think they watch these, but kids would
Imagine one
snitch.
of your classmates just sends the link to the teacher and is like, here, watch this.
Somebody would, though.
That would be
Oh my
tragic.
god.
Oh my god.
Just to piss me
Yeah.
off, too.
That does happen.
Okay, that's something that everybody tries, though. Like in high school, no matter what school you go to, everybody's trying to get in
Oh,
your
everybody's
fucking,
trying to get under your skin because
like,
everybody's
piss you
insecure as shit in high school. I think that's why a lot of people like go into like certain sports, like to make them feel better about themselves. Like I feel like football is riddled with the most insecure people because they just want to feel like they're a beast type of shit. And I don't know how that necessarily works in regards to like psychologically, but it just makes you feel better about yourself. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people who are playing football aren't in it for the right reasons. I could be wrong, but hopefully you're in it for the right reasons in regards to just enjoying the sport.
I mean, I feel like my class is just in it to win a state championship. I think next year we have the means to do so next year.
I mean,
so.
that'd be nuts.
And we did have the means to do so this year. COVID.
How does it make you feel that my class's football team won 4 championships in a row?
Your shit.
Or 3 championships in a row.
Your
Josiah
shit.
has a championship ring. Did you know that?
I will too next year, hopefully.
Josiah
Hopefully.
played
I'm not
1
gonna-
year of
not
football
gonna
and he has a championship ring.
Can you play running back?
I think so. Yeah.
Then how the hell did he ever play with you when you got that fucking dude that you're talking
What?
about? Okay, so if he was a running back, did he ever
No,
play?
he was on the bench most of the time. Or not the bench, but the
Nice.
sidelines.
Well,
Yeah, it's
the
practically
bench.
a bench, but you kind of just stand there on the sidelines. So,
And then, oh my god, it's do you know what I'm talking about when people are like, well, at least I play. It's like, shut your
yeah,
mouth.
that's kind of the worst thing in the world.
It's like, what are you gonna do with football after? Like, I care about
Yeah.
it. Don't get me wrong, and I care about bettering team. But like, if you're gonna cock off about starting and shit, like,
Well, plus it's the thing of like,
okay,
what
what's
are you
football
what are you
gonna
gonna
get for
do
you?
after high school? Are you actually gonna get somewhere with football?
And if you're gonna like get a scholarship for it, all right. Well, just tell me that I'm getting a scholarship. Don't tell me that your dumbass is playing. I don't
Yeah,
care.
true.
And that I'm not starting. Like, I care that I'm not starting because I'm like, everybody's trying to
Yeah.
start. You know what I mean? But I feel like because I have my role, you have yours. Stay in your lane. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I don't blame you on that one because it's better to just. I mean, it is better to start. That's how it felt when I was playing soccer. I mean, I was working my ass off just so that I could start and be like, top tier player. But
I feel like people value starting too much in high school
yeah,
though.
actual factuals.
Like to me, it's just like, well, I'm doing my role. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like this year on the football team, I got people who are just like, well, at least I fucking start every time I try to say something like, because we jokingly talk shit. Me and you do that all the time. And then people are just like, well, at least I fucking start. It's like, all right, cool. I have my
to
role.
be
You have
honest, I'll
yours,
still
dog.
happily call you dog shit. But
but then anybody will.
Everybody needs to know that when we meet each other in real life, I'm gonna
like,
fucking
okay,
rinse you.
I'll say this right now. I'm not pissed that. Okay, so you can, Christian, you can tell when people are meaning it and when people are joking, right? And then there's just people that I can't tell really, and that's, I don't know. It's mainly because I don't know them too much. I'm thinking of one person in particular. I'm not going to say your name though, but
just out of confidentiality.
I don't know if they're joking or if they genuinely hate me.
That one's hard to tell. It really is sometimes because people, I think,
like just the tone of their voice never changes. It's crazy. Like how some tones never change. It's like, well,
that's kind of
fuck?
mine. It's really hard because I have like such an angry tone. It's not angry, but it's a stern, so it's taken as angry, and it's so hard to like work with my voice sometimes because like I'll say something in a very joking manner and I'll try to, but it just still comes off as fucking angry.
Yeah, I'm sure that I'm the same way. Like people don't know if I'm like genuinely talking shit or if I'm just trying to get with you. I feel like that's also a big problem in high school. Is like people don't understand whether or not like you're talking shit or if you're being serious. I feel like all the people that think that the popular kids run the school and all that dumb bullshit, like are like the athletic kids run the school. Fuck no. Like we're just dick, and then like they say that we're dicks and shit when we're just like trying to have fun.
Yeah, fair. But I feel like, okay, this is a really weird stigma, but
it's easy to call somebody a dick when they don't try to, like, if you're gonna, like, I don't know, people need to start making a better effort to show that they're joking and not like genuinely meaning it.
No, I think this is a really weird stigma though, but I think that like I don't know if I could say this just about football players because there's probably a lot of other people that play different sports, but like, don't you just feel like people who, and this is kind of like the, oh, you're in a high school movie type of shit and the fucking jocks are retarded. But like, doesn't it seem kind of true? Like that most football, and I can't say all because I've definitely met some football players that are just really intelligent, but they're kind of airheaded to an extent. And I feel like
not that doesn't happen in my school, honestly. I feel like a lot, like, yeah,
well,
a couple
like I'm
airheads.
saying airhead in the sense of like they can't get a good GPA. Like, I don't think GPA necessarily defines your intelligence in any manner, but
no, mainly because I feel like we're a small school, so like you have smart people mixed in with like the athletic people. You know what I mean? And I feel like I think that's a good quality.
I mean, granted, I strived to never be that person that was just like the absolute nerd, even though I'm quite intelligent, and I'm not gonna like sit here and just be like, oh, I'm not gonna just sit here and stroke myself.
Well, I don't think we have it. Well,
wise, but
we don't have, like, there's no absolute nerds on the team either. Like there's smart people, but they're not gonna come in your face with facts. I hated how I fucking said that.
That one was a little shush, buddy.
Shut your mouth,
fucking bitch. Come in your face with facts.
Shut your mouth.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh my god.
Funny looking like you, dumbass. He's pissed.
But no, like, so you didn't have the type of people, or you don't have the type of people in your football team that are just like, actually, the square root of pi is like.
I feel like I don't want it.
You can out them with a nickname. Out them with a nickname. Like, create a nickname for them.
No, I'm not gonna out anybody. I'm not like that. But like, we have one of my grade, that'll fucking shove facts in your face until you want to kill yourself.
Okay, actually, I'm the same. I can't say I hate people like that because I'm that way. if I'm in an argument, I will just hit you with fact after fact after fact to prove that you're wrong. I
think it's annoying, but
it's a way of just like, I don't know. I think it prides our egos, and which granted is not a good thing. I think being prideful is bad, but
yeah, okay, I probably shouldn't say
probably
that.
not.
Never
I don't know
mind.
what you were gonna say, but don't.
It's something not okie
But
dokie.
yeah, no, I mean, I wasn't the type of person to just sit there and like, if someone put up their hand and like said it with the wrong answer, I wouldn't be like, actually, Vanessa, that's fucking wrong. Like,
Yeah, we don't have anybody like that.
are there kids like that at your school though? There has to be. Every school has someone like that.
There's one in my grade in particular that just fucking like, I don't know. He just pisses me off
She or
sometimes.
he?
He'll just shove facts.
Do you have a
down your
she
throat.
that's like
He.
that? Because oh my god, it's the worst thing in the world, both ways.
No, we do not. I don't think. No, we don't.
I can't
have a
call
she
her
like
name
that.
out, but she kind of fit the whole stereotype. She was like that fucking type of person that would just like hiss at you in class if you did something wrong. Yeah.
Hiss at you. What
You know
the
that whole
fuck?
joke on
Kinda.
TikTok, like the fucking cat that, or the people that are just
No, the furry
yeah, no,
one.
like the people that are like, if they get mad, they're like super fucking anime, like heavy, like weebs, and they'll just like bark at you and shit.
Oh, like I have the power
Yeah,
of
like
anime
that
on
type
my
of person.
side.
And they like,
Yeah,
she
yuck.
was like, okay, I'm not gonna say her name, but she was just, to me personally, like one of the most unattractive people I've ever met. But she was not a looker, in my opinion. She had a boyfriend, so she was a looker to someone. But she was. One day we were in English class, and I was just not having it because I was like trying to sleep, and she got mad that I fell asleep and the teacher wasn't saying anything, so she kicked the back of my desk and like woke me up, and I just like looked at her like, "Are you fucking dumb?" And so then I got called on because I was awake, and the teacher like he liked me, so he didn't really care if I was sleeping through his class. And I think it was about a book we were reading, and I answered a question like within half a sec. Like he asked it to me, and I just answered it with no hesitation. And before he could tell me like good job, that was right type of shit, she fucking tried to correct me. And I looked at her and I was like, did you even read the book, you dumb bitch? I was like, that is not even the right portion of the book. And I was like, I barely even read the shit. I skimmed through it and I still know more than you. And she was like, what do you mean? She was like, I read like 10 books a fucking day practically. And I was like, well, aren't you smart? And I looked at the teacher and I was like, so was my answer correct? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, and I looked at her and I was just like, it's fucking right.
I fucking hate those moments where like somebody reams into you and the whole class like shut
when they ream
God, that is the
when they
fucking-
ream into you and they like join in.
Especially when a teacher reams into you. That is the fucking worst.
I've had one teacher ream into me aside from the art teacher. And it was my math teacher when I was in, was it my sophomore year. She got hella pissed at me because I tried to, it was one of those things where it's like the bell doesn't dismiss you, I do, you fucking whore. I hate those type of teachers so much. Like, no, the fuck you don't. The bell definitely dismisses me. That's the point of the bell.
It's like, what the fuck? Why is it
Like,
there then?
What the
Get rid of
fucking
it.
point? What's the point then? Like,
is it a reminder of your fucking stupidity or what?
and so I was already packing up to leave, and she was like, "Oh, you shouldn't be packing up. You haven't done your homework anyways." And she was like, "No."
Oh my god, elementary school when you had those fuckers that were like 1, 2, 3, no more. How I get water or something? You know,
Wait,
you know
what?
what
Say
I
that
mean,
one more
right?
time?
The fucking the 1, 2, 3.
Oh, those
like,
chicks at the water fountain, they're like 1, 2, 3.
Like they sit in the back during fucking dodgeball, and then they fucking do absolutely jack diddly, and they're just like, dude, this is my water fountain.
You
Stop
needed
it.
water? Fuck you. God, no, that was man. There's just a specific type of person, and I feel like they carry out that same.
Okay, and then you have like the people that are like, so you have like the people that will snitch on you no matter what, and then you have like the people that'll fucking just, if they're Democrat, and you're a Democrat, you're done. If you're a Republican and they're a Democrat, you're done. Or like if you're a Democrat and you're a Republican, you're done.
Oh yeah,
Oh
when
my
people just
lord! And then you
avidly
have like,
disagree with you, and they're like, "Yeah,
and
no,
then you
you're
have those
wrong
kids
though."
that are like, if you're a white male and you say anything, you're gone.
You were born with white skin, and you're a guy, dude. Canceled.
Dude, are you fucking kidding me?
Dude,
Oh
are
my
you fucking
God.
serious? Like,
You are a white guy. You need to die. Kill all men.
that's so funny. Okay, now back to our original topic though. What's the best sport in your opinion?
Basketball.
Why? What puts it at the top for you?
Because I like it.
No, there's got to be like some underlying reason aside from just like you like it. Because I mean, granted, that's a fair reason because it's an opinion, but
What else is there to say? I just really like
I mean, like,
basketball.
why do you hold it higher than like football or something? Because I mean, you also play football, and you also enjoy football.
I don't know. It's just basketball just hits different. Plus, I know like NFL. I've lost hope with that. Like ever since the Well, they've always been shit.
Ever since
but
the Vikings got
as of
skeeted.
late, like they haven't even been making
Yeah.
playoffs. And just not even in the playoff talks or whatever. It's just like, well, this is fucking stupid.
Okay, how about
So
yeah.
like I feel like because I'm big on NBA,
fair.
and you know that, like you like we will sit there in art class. You know who you are if I'm talking about if we're talking about it, or like literally any class. We'll just go, or even lunch sometimes. I don't know, and we'll just go off about any sport any time of the day,
Yeah, fair.
or not any sport, basketball, I should say.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk mostly about our league now because we're
Like your
playoffs,
leagues, but like your actual league for your school. Yeah.
yeah, like like the section, we have like sections or whatever. So like we're talking about what teams are playing and whatever.
Yeah. I mean that's always fun because that's how I talk about with like in regards to soccer. I talk about that stuff with Miguel pretty frequently. Whenever I'm actually paying attention.
So, like that's the thing. Like basketball and football, they're a hell of a lot more fast paced than soccer. Like I feel like soccer, you're moving a lot. Like I feel like it'd be fun to play, but it's not fun to watch because you just sitting there.
I think personally,
waiting
just
for the
because
goal
I've
to happen
grown
and
up.
only, like, 5
Yeah,
happen.
fair. I mean, just because I've grown up playing soccer, I've played soccer for like a total of 9-10 years. So for me, I think watching it is also equally as like there are boring matches. Like, don't get me wrong, there are very, like I would say, like 50 to 60% of the time there's boring matches, but then there's matches that are just kind of lit, and that's kind of why I pay more attention to stats.
I could see a match being like really
Yeah.
fun if like nobody's playing defense and it's just fucking
Attack
stupid
on
goals.
attack the whole time. Yeah, and I mean
Yeah.
that's there's
But,
a
like,
lot there's a lot of
that's the
defensive
thing, like,
mindset like teams, so that's why I only pay attention to specific teams, and I don't necessarily watch all matches, just because I know how specific teams
but like
play.
that's the thing with soccer, like it's just so slow.
Yeah, it can be, and I very much agree. I don't know. It just depends on your level of patience. Because for me, I pay more attention to the stats and specific players and like some teams, so it's more enjoyable that
I mean,
way.
NBA, I don't watch it a whole lot. I just look at like the games and what happened. Holy fuck, does my favorite player piss me off sometimes? Fucking hell, Kristaps Porzingis, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, Kristaps. Imagine one day we actually get him on the podcast. That would be
Yeah, it's not
minty.
happening. He's better shit.
Nah, dude, we're gonna
He has
blow
better
up,
shit
and
to
then
do.
we're gonna be the best thing he has to do. No,
You just I'll probably see this one day.
yeah, a bunch of fucking idiots. But no, I mean, I don't necessarily know a whole lot about Kristaps, but I pay some semblance of attention to basketball. I always surprise Justin when I know certain things, just because I don't necessarily watch it a lot.
all right.
But
Who's the Timberwolves' best player
the
of all
number
time?
one best player of all
You won't know
time. Let's
on the T-Wolves.
on the fucking No, I'm not answering that because I don't fucking care about them.
Kevin Garnett. All right.
I won't answer a question if I
could
don't
probably-
care about them. So
Okay, what's your I need this. What's your all-time starting five?
Okay.
Steph Curry,
Just 5 Steph Currys.
This kid fucking sucks Steph
I
Curry
do.
off, dude.
Steph
So
Curry's
annoying.
goated. Okay, he's not. I wouldn't say he's goated yet, but he's getting there. He hasn't been around for long
He
enough
is
to be in the GOAT
in his
conversation.
prime, and he's
I don't think it's been long enough. I think you have to be around for a specific amount of time.
bruh. He's been in the league damn near as long as LeBron.
I mean, yeah, but like
That's an exaggeration.
yeah, I was gonna say that is
but,
definitely
like,
an exaggeration,
a couple like I don't know. I don't know the exact fucking dates, but he's almost been in the league as much as.
I'd have to put him in the GOAT conversation, but I just feel like he's so. I mean, I don't know how old is he.
He's not even close.
Stephen Curry.
I think he's like in his 30s.
Yeah, he's 33, so he's as old as Ryan.
Yeah, he's getting old.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I would have to say
people start declining when they hit the 35.
I would say I'm putting him GOAT conversation.
Like, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Steph. Hold up, shut your mouth. Here's the thing about Steph Curry. He's a good shooter, and I feel like he could be around until he's like 42 because no matter what, he's going to be a reliable shooter from deep, and he's going to be. He could play a. He's not going to be a 3-and-D, but he can be like a person that spreads the floor. Like if you're like Kyle Korver, that guy was in the. I don't even know if he's still in the league, but
you cannot.
When he was pure floor spacer, and like he went for a long time because he could space the floor, and that's all he needed to do. That was his role.
Fair, dude. Come on, like. I know that it's just one stat, but he's literally number 2 in all time of 3-point stats.
And he's probably going to get
he
number
probably
1.
Is. He's going to beat Ray Allen, bro. He's going to fucking beat Ray Allen. He's already on track to beat him.
Do you even know who Ray Allen played for?
No, I just know of him.
Dude, you a 3-point shooter? Come here. Come on,
I don't
buddy.
know. I think that's one of the most talented things in the game to do. I think, at least in my opinion, I think shooting, like, they're all talented in their own right, you know, in regards to just, like, if you're a defensive player or if you're an attacking base player or whatever. But I think being a shooter in any sport, like basketball, soccer, whatever, it's one of the most talented in regards to like being able to be consistent. Consistency in that is extreme, like requires so much capability because there's so many factors. Like, can he shoot when someone's in his fucking mouth? Can he shoot when there's a lot of pressure on him? You know, it's like does he have that clutch capability? Does he have the ability?
I'm surprised you don't know what Damian Lillard.
I know who Damian Lillard is. I don't know what team he plays for or played for, but I know.
Well, he's on the Trailblazers. Okay, yeah. He's the most clutch in the league.
I definitely know who Damian Lillard is, but
he's definitely like I'm sorry, but he's just the fucking best clutch player hands down.
That's what I'm saying. I think like specific attributes put you to the top, and I'd have to say just purely on stats alone, because Steph Curry is in his prime currently, and is on track to pass Ray Allen in 3-point stats.
I look at accolades though, because like
I don't think
like
accolades put you at the top though, in the sense of like they put your team at the top because you also have to. It's an accumulative.
No, like I'm talking about like scoring titles even, and like defensive player of the year, like an MVP.
Yes, but still some of those are based off of your team's performance. Like you can't completely say that that's only even player of the year. Like even player of the year,
defensive player of the year. I feel like you could be on any team.
Well, that's true, but I think in regards to like if you're a shooting based,
and like if you're a good player, your team should be going to the like unless you have absolute shitters. Like if you're the Kings pretty fucking bad, but you do have De'Aaron Fox
there, but
like if you have De'Aaron Fox in your team, that's not enough. Because he's not like a superstar, but if you're like a superstar player, which you need to be in order to get like those, I'm not saying Rudy Gobert is a superstar, but like you need to be pretty damn good in order to earn like defensive player of the year. But if you're that good, you should be at least in the playoff conversation.
Yeah, but let's say you're a shooting guard, right? Let's say, or like you're anything based in around shooting, unless you're close, because you can still be a defensive mindset player and be able to get into the paint and everything, but. Let's just speak in Steph Curry because that's obviously what all the fuss and buzz is about currently. But let's say you're Steph Curry, right? You individually deserve to be in the GOAT status, even if he doesn't have those accolades based off of like things that can be inquired around team performance, because he has to get assists. Like someone is assisting him, or someone is, let's say, like a defensive player creating a screen for him to be able to not have someone who's 7. Well, no, I know.
Like you're an NBA, like you have a team.
Yes,
of
but
NBA
that's what I'm saying.
players.
But
like,
let's say someone gets those. Let's say MJ has tons of like whatever the fucking rings, or like whatever. He has tons of accolades, but his team was a large factor in those accomplishments. But you don't see every single person that was on his team getting GOAT status, right?
Scottie Pippen, to be fair, he's a very good player.
Good
he's
point,
underrated
but
because of NBA.
That's why I'm saying like it's based off of whether or not someone stands out in that situation. Like to me, for my specific GOAT like status, if I'm talking like your ability to like play cohesively with a team and be a fucking insane player, MJ. People like that, like you deserve to be at the top. You deserve to be top tier. But when I'm talking like, I think Steph Curry is a GOAT in his own right because he's fucking insane. Like, you cannot tell me, like, yes, I stroke players that have the capability of shooting, but that's because I personally prefer being that person. Like, when I'm playing soccer, I'm a left wing, so I'm either passing it or I'm shooting. That's just my preference.
Well, yeah, I prefer, like, rebounding, so I could say Dennis Rodman's the GOAT, but he's not.
Well, no, but he is, and
he's the GOAT.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like they're GOATs in their own rights. I also think, in its own space, I would hold MJ and someone like Steph Curry on a similar line. They're not in the same tier, or they're not in the same bracket, but they're on the same tier. Yeah, I mean, like they're fit in their own lane, but they're still at the same speed. It's just how it breaks down. That's the best way to look at it, in my opinion. Like you're in different lanes, right? But you're still going the same speed.
Confusion.
It just makes sense that way because you can't, like, all basketball players are different. Every single human is different. You can't bracket someone into like this person's the GOAT, but
you can't tell me that Jared Dudley is just as good as MJ.
I don't even know who Jared Dudley is. Jared Dudley.
Exactly. An absolute shit.
Jared Dudley is an American professional basketball for the LA Lakers. 35.
He's on the Lakers. You don't even know him. Think about that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think if you're gonna get like put in the GOAT status for rings, right? Because your team had accomplishments, then I think every single person on your team who also got that same fucking ring should be in the GOAT status in that mindset. But they're not, because apparently, like,
because that one player stood
yeah,
out,
but if you look at have you gone through and watched or paid attention to every single stat that they created through the entire season for that one ring? Because I guarantee there are some players on that team that performed phenomenally, but someone stands out more than another person just because of either personality or like you have a slightly better stats or whatever. But that's why I think like it's hard. The GOAT question is really hard, at least in regards to sports. Like in music, it's really easy to like.
I don't know. To me, it's easy. It's either LeBron or MJ, and MJ.
But would you put Kobe in the GOAT? Would you put Kobe or fuck Gobi? Would you put fucking Gobi? Would you put Kobe like top 5 of all time?
He's not my top 5.
Why is that?
Because he needed like Shaq, if you're gonna be the GOAT, you gotta be the Finals MVP every fucking time, in my opinion, and you have to like be the carrier of your team. Kobe had Shaq on his team, and Shaq carried that team in particular. Like, if you're gonna be the GOAT, you have to be the best on your team every time. I mean, no matter what. And people could argue that Shaq's better, or Kobe's better than Shaq. But in my opinion, Shaq's better than
I
Kobe.
personally think Kobe. I find that funny that you said that because I think Kobe's better than Shaq though, just because of like he may have not been like okay. It's hard because you can't take one singular performance and because consistency I think is the biggest accolade of anything. If you can be consistent at all points in time, that puts you.
What if I'm consistently shit?
For fuck's sake. What if I'm consistently dog shit? Like,
I mean, fuck. Why aren't I starting then?
but
Fucking
in
hell.
that same right, James Harden's number 5 in threes on the of all time, and I would not put James Harden in the fucking top 5.
He's a top 5. I say that with a grain of salt. He might be. I don't know. I have to look at all the shooting guards ever because I don't.
I'm like looking.
I don't
I'm
know
looking at
who's
the list
pulled
right
up.
now. So there's. Let me just look at names that are like memorable. So there's Ray Allen, number 1, Steph Curry, number 2, Reggie Miller, number 3, Kyle Korver's number 4, James Harden.
See, Kyle.
I mean, you got Vince
I
Carter,
hate speaking.
number 6, and then
Really,
yeah.
Vince Carter.
and then
Damn, he was known for his.
you got LeBron James as number 13. You got Damian Lillard at number 14. You've number 12. Cock. Number 12 is Joe Johnson.
Who?
Who? The fuck asked? I'm just kidding. Kobe's
Oh.
number 18. Klay Thompson's number 19. Steve Nash is 26. Kevin Durant is 28.
Is Steve Kerr on there?
No. Tim Hardaway
Really?
is number 33. Steve Kerr's probably on here somewhere. You got Danny Green at number 45. Trying to see if I can find him. Ryan Anderson is number 49. My fucking uncle, huh? I'm just kidding.
Uncle just fucking balling up
Yeah.
fucking threes.
There's
Hoisting him.
Kevin Love is 68.
69.
Kyrie Irving is number 74.
I feel like that shows you like just how fucking recent the 3-point line was
Yeah.
made. I mean, in the 90s, it was there, but like not as used as much.
Come on.
Like MJ only had 500 threes in all of his career. Think about that.
I'm overexposed.
I say
Pain.
only, but-
I hate when that happens. Stop.
All right, we hit the 40. Are we like screwed for
Oh,
time
yeah,
here?
no, we have like 2 minutes. So, whatever you can fit in the last
Oh,
2 minutes,
fuck,
dogger.
better.
Okay, hold up. What's the
bitches.
number 1 sport and what's the worst sport?
Worst sport is soccer.
Okay, hold up. Okay,
worst
top 5.
sport
Number
is-
1 is the best. 5 is like bottom. So like you can only fit 5 sports in there.
So like my top
No,
5
no, no.
sports.
Number
all
1
time?
is the best sport. Number 5 is the worst sport, but you can only fit them in that bracket. So like number 1 best.
The most boring is golf. But,
Okay, so go. So number 1 is basketball, obviously for you.
2. Well, this is just the top 5. Fucking hell, I can't put a shit thing. Okay, we're just gonna do our top 5 because you're confusing.
No.
Okay.
Listen. It's a tier list.
You're retarded. No, it doesn't work like that. There's not 5 fucking
Yes,
sports.
but you can ignore other sports because they don't fucking matter. They don't even deserve to be on the list.
No, we're just
Okay,
doing a
fine,
top
fair.
5. Okay, 1 is basketball. 2 is American football. 3, fucking, I don't even know. Probably just because of its popularity around the world, soccer.
Fair.
Like people gotta like it for a reason. 4 is, I don't know, probably baseball.
Okay.
I don't know. And then 5 is Homer Dome.
What the fuck is that?
People will know what I'm talking about.
What the fuck did I just listen to?
It's Homer
Okay,
Dome.
whatever Homer Dome is. Okay. My top 5 has to be soccer number 1, basketball number 2, 100-meter, like any of the like 100-meter, 400-meter, any of the sprinting based, like let's just say track and field. Track and field is number 3. Football's number 4. And
Number 12.
I don't know.
All right, we're exceeding
Yeah,
the
we
time
are exceeding
limit.
the time. I don't know what number 5 is, but fuck, number 5 is cheerleading. I actually think cheerleading is nuts.
All right, no.
I think it's a lot of people are going to be confused at why I say that, but cheerleading is fucking nuts. Anyways, that's the end of the podcast. Much love. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this shit around. And
Nobody
cheerleading
loves
is in the
us.
top 5 sports for me. Goodbye.